Hi, I'm Danielle Gianni, a certified coach specializing in anxiety, OCD, and relationships. If you've been researching how to recover from OCD, you've probably heard of ERP, exposure and response prevention. But what does that actually mean, and how does it work? In this video, I'll break down what ERP really is, how it helps you break the OCD cycle, and what it looks like in everyday life. ERP stands for Exposure and Response Prevention. It's the gold standard treatment for OCD, and for a good reason. It works. Here's what it means. Exposure is intentionally facing the thoughts, images, sensations, or feelings that trigger your anxiety. Response prevention is choosing not to do the compulsions you normally use to relieve that anxiety. In other words, ERP is about leaning in instead of escaping and teaching your brain that the fear doesn't have to control you. And it's actually the only way to teach this to your brain. How OCD keeps you stuck. OCD runs on a loop. You have an intrusive thought or you face an uncomfortable situation. It causes anxiety or discomfort. Then you do a compulsion to feel better. You feel brief relief and the thought returns, often stronger. ERP breaks this loop by helping you tolerate the discomfort without giving into compulsions. Over time, your brain learns, I don't need to respond to this thought. I can handle it. And then your brain gives you less intrusive thoughts, less fears, and less anxiety because your whole nervous system is being trained in a healthier way. So here's what ERP looks like in real life. Let's say you have a relationship OCD and your obsession is, what if I don't really love my partner, or I don't love my partner enough? Normally, you might mentally review your feelings, compare your relationship to others, or ask a friend or family member for reassurance. With ERP, you would expose yourself to the uncertainty, maybe by reading a triggering statement like, maybe I don't love him enough, and then not do the mental checking, reassurance seeking, or analyzing. Now, this is going to feel uncomfortable. It's not about proving anything wrong. It's about not knowing and still moving forward with your day. I know how hard this may sound. I did ERP for severe relationship OCD, but I promise you, it works really well. Now let's talk about what ERP is not. ERP is not trying to feel calm, forcing yourself to believe something else, pushing the thought away, or a quick fix. It's about building your tolerance for uncertainty, discomfort, and fear, and responding in a new way, because your current response is what's making OCD worse, and this new way is what's going to make OCD better, where long-term mental and behavioral change begins. Here's why ERP works. First, it retrains your brain to stop interpreting the obsession as dangerous. Second, it weakens the link between the trigger and the anxiety. And third, it gives you the power back to act according to reality and not fear. It takes courage and consistency, but it's the most proven path to long-term recovery. ERP can feel scary and intimidating at first, but you don't have to do it perfectly and you don't have to do it alone. All you have to do is practice, and support is often needed through this process. So check out myocdcoach.com for program and support information if you want a really warm, supportive place to learn and practice with daily support. If this helped you understand ERP better, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to take that next step in their recovery. And if you avoid or quit using ERP, this video will help you to start to be more consistent. Drop a comment if you've ever tried ERP or if you're even nervous to start. I'm here cheering you on. We'll talk to you soon.